What's happening, guys? Another day in the garage. So today's job, I'm going to be changing out the fuel filter on the track car. So stick with me and I'll show you the process for getting that job done. Right, so here's a track car, guys. So the first job you've got to do, get the car jacked up, either jacking on the diff or the side, whichever you prefer. Make sure the car's sturdy. I've got mine on a ramp. And the part we need to get to is under, this is in the UK, so it's on the driver's side, the fuel filter. If you're in the States or abroad, then if you've got a left-hand drive, it's still on this side, but it'll be your passenger side. All right, so looking under the car, where we want to get to is that plastic shield cover just up there. Okay, so that sits pretty much just behind. Here's your rear wheel there, come across, and there's the plastic shielding. Okay, it's held on just with some push-in clip, plastic clips. There's about 4 or 5 of them on there, so just use a flathead screwdriver just to pop them off. All right, so that's where we're going to be working. Obviously, before you start that, once you've got the car jacked up, release your fuel flap from inside the car. That's just going to help with alleviating and getting rid of any pressure in the system. So just undo that. That just lets any pressure out for when we're going to take the filter off and hopefully not get as much petrol come out. So the tools for the job you're going to need, just some pliers, some safety goggles. Obviously, you're working under the car, bits of rust can fall off, dirt and crap. Some gloves, if you want to wear gloves. Good idea, being that you're working with petrol. And then just some screwdrivers, and finally I've got some clamps. I'll use these just to clamp off the fuel lines, just to try and help any fuel spillages coming out of the pipes once we disconnect them. Obviously you're going to need a fuel filter. This is what it looks like. Okay, so you've got caps on the end and it's marked on the top there. You can see in and out. Turn around that way so you can see. So it's got in and out on the actual filter itself, so you can't really go wrong. When you're under the car, you'll see how the other one sits anyway. So let's get the job done. Okay, so when you're underneath the car and you've removed that plastic splash guard, this is the fuel filter. Okay, so you've got the fuel in there, goes through, fuel out there. So all we've got to do to remove this filter is undo the 10mm bolt here, which clamps it in place, undo the clip here and the clip here on the fuel hose, slide it back, pull the hoses off, and then pop the new filter on, do the clamp up, and that should be it. Not too difficult, he says. These hoses are probably going to be on pretty tight, so a little wiggle, try and break it off first. Obviously be careful being fuel pipe. And a little squirt of WD-40 if you can, just to bit of WD-40 just to try and lubricate the pipe. Tighten up the hose clamps, ready for when the hose is pulled off. This is going to be really difficult to get off, I can see that. The pipe has welded itself on. I was giving it a bit of a twist first, can aid with taking it off. Try taking it out of the housing. When it came to connecting the fuel pipes back up onto the new filter, I did one at a time. That way it minimises any fuel spillage. So that's just a little tip for you for when you're fitting the new filter on. Do one hose at a time. And then what you can do is blank off one end with the little caps that come on the new filter to stop any fuel carrying on coming out of the pipe. So that's just a little tip for you. Okay, a small tip when you're doing this bracket up, just pinch it with the pliers, and then that way you can get the bolt into the clamp. Otherwise it's difficult. Pop your hose clips back to where they go. Same on the other end. Right, remove the hose clamp. Just give it one final wipe over. Okay, so there's the filter fitted. The last job to do before fitting the splash guard back on is start the car up and just make sure that you haven't got any leaks. Okay, so that'll be the next job. There's just a quick look at it fitted. So as I say, start it up, make sure it runs okay, no leaks, and then we'll fit the splash guard back on, job done. Okay, so we're all good, no leaks. Get the plastic splash cover fitted, job's a good one. Right, so that's it guys, that job's done. Another job ticked off the list for the track car. I've got to say, changing the fuel filter has really made a difference to the idle as well. So I highly recommend doing it. I don't know when that was last changed, but where the car's sat around for a long time, I'm guessing it's probably, you know, bad fuel, probably blocked up a little bit. God knows how many years it's been on there for. But it really has made a difference. You know, when I started it up and it's ticking over, it's running really nice and smooth, a lot smoother than it was before. So I think it's definitely helped the car out by doing it. So I hope that video helps you guys out too, if you're going to give that job a go. It's really not a difficult job to do. The most difficult bit was me trying to get into all contortionist positions, trying to get under there to actually get that filter off. Essentially, it's just a 10mm bolt holding the bracket and 2 hose clips. And obviously you're going to get a little bit of fuel on you, you can't odds that. But yeah, hope that helped you guys. Give it a go. Catch you in the next video. Give us a like on the video and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos on Mazdas and also the track car. Take it easy guys, see you later.